All right, in this video, I'm gonna give you the real reason why privacy tokens are quietly gaining momentum. And it's not the reasons you're hearing on YouTube, it's not the reasons you're hearing on Twitter. I'm gonna give you the real reason behind this so you can actually take advantage and make profits. And look, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. There's gonna be people down in the comments saying, Paul, you don't know what you're talking about. What is this stuff you're saying? But this, but that. How can you deny this? We're gonna go through all that. We're gonna go through that one by one because I'm gonna show you how you can profit from this and the actual truth behind the privacy movement. So with that said, make sure you watch till the end of the video because you really, really don't want to miss this one. And we are starting right now.
Hey guys, I'm Britta Thans. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at Britta Thans.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, welcome back. My name is Paul. If it's your first time here, this channel is all about crypto, all about cryptopreneurship. And today we're going to be talking about privacy tokens, specifically how and why they're rising. Are they going to keep rising? Is there going to be an end? Are they going to go down in the bear market? Is it a new narrative? What exactly is going on? Because we've seen privacy tokens take off with Zcash pretty much leading the way. But if you take some time to actually watch this sector, it's Zcash that's getting most of the gains here. Yes, other privacy coins are running, but not as much as Zcash. And look, we called Zcash at $144. I saw the breakout, told you to buy, and also told you that we're coming towards the end of the bull market and it corresponds to this. I'm gonna show you this in just 1 second. And I'm gonna show you how you can actually profit from this. But let's talk a little bit about the theories that are out there and why Zcash or privacy tokens are actually pumping. Because we need to see this. I want to dispute this, and then I want to show you price and how we can actually make money. And I'm not going against privacy tokens here. As a matter of fact, I like privacy tokens. I think they're needed. I think they're great, but I think we're seeing the hype before the run. In other words, we're getting early signals of what is going to come or potentially come, and that's what I want to take advantage of here. Okay, so the number one, let's say, reason that privacy tokens are pumping out there, especially Zcash and so on, is the fact that you need to hide your crypto, make them private. You got people like Andrew Tate sitting in his Bugatti or whatever car he has today, he changes cars every day, talking about how you need to have privacy in crypto. You got people talking about privacy. Everyone's flipping out with what's going on in Europe, what's going on here, what's going on there, basically Western countries. And everyone's talking about privacy, and I agree with that. Then you have another piece of sort of news or another fundamental reason it's going up, and that's Bitcoiners shifting to Zcash because of the privacy features. And while a few are, I don't think that's the case either. And number three, it's this whole update with Zcash that you can actually you can have optional privacy because privacy was a problem, but now you have optional privacy. And yes, while that is utility, and that's why a very big reason that Zcash is running, again, I don't think that's the reason. All right, so this is the news that's going around why privacy coins are actually pumping. Please, if I'm missing anything, comment down below. Would love to hear your comments. And if you have any opinions, please put them down below. I encourage you to put them down below. We're in this together. We're in here to win together. We're basically in crypto. We're crypto bros. We're crypto bros or crypto sis. Depends if you're a girl or crypto something. If I don't know what gender you're claiming today. But anyway, regardless, with that out of the way, Let's look at price a little bit. Let's look at price movement. Let's even talk about Zcash and if it's a good investment right now. And let's see what exactly is going on. So here is Zcash on the 4 hour. I'll explain to you what this is in just 1 second because I made a video yesterday talking about Zcash. I encourage you to watch that video because I also talk about Bitcoin and get into certain details about it. I'll leave a link in the description down below and also at the end of this video. But let's look at Zcash. So we called Zcash on the breakout at about $144. That was around here. At least on the 4 hour, it was close to this range. We saw the potential support here, and as we were breaking up, we saw the potential climb and we got in. Factorline told you to get in long time before that, but we ignored that because we're idiots. But anyway, we came into this range. It was very easy from here. And I was expecting the breakout of this upper range. Yes, the factor line actually gives you the ranges automatically, and we did indeed break here. The third time was a charm, and we broke out and continued to the upside. And look, factor line told you to come in, sell right here at the top of this range over here. I actually take that back. The factor line didn't tell you to get out here, but if you work with ranges like I do, you would know to get out over here. But regardless, told you to get out somewhere over here, buy back here, and then came up and told you to get out at least when the 4 hour on the 4 hourly over here. All right. And then we came back down and we're now coming close to this range. This support line over here is our own TA. We're looking at the support line and we did in fact bounce or snap and crack above this. And we want to see if we're going to have continuation and trade in this lower range. And once we break out, trade in the upper range. Or if we break under here, and this is vital support, and we come down to the lower range or even below that, we're gonna reevaluate that, okay? But basically, this is what we're seeing. And the 4 hour might not show this as much, but let's just go to the daily real quick. And here it's a bit more clear on what's going on with Zcash. Factor line told you to buy here, remained gold. We're still gold on the daily, and as you can see, the bounce is here, and this is what we're seeing if this actually happens over here. Blue line here is rejection or potential rejection. If we get a dead cat bounce, this will also form a heads and shoulders pattern. We'll see if that all plays out. Please just watch the video from yesterday for details. I don't want to get too technical. I get carried away, but let's see what's going on. Okay. And look, Zcash had a massive run. It's still gold on the weekly. And yes, you can see it. Look, it came all the way up here, came down, held this support, and now we're going to see if it's going to continue to the upside or if it's going to break down and come down to, let's say, this mid-range over here at 214 or quite possibly the 374. Again, factor line gives you all this automatically. So we had a massive run in Zcash. We actually told you to get out at $700. It went to $760. But besides, I think we made a pretty good call with Zcash. And I do see Zcash and privacy generally being a narrative or a main narrative when we're talking about this if this bull market continues. If this bull market continues, again, watch yesterday's video for that so you can see which levels to look at and what I'm expecting and to when. But if this bull market continues, expect privacy to be one of the main narratives along with perpetual DEXs and a couple of more I talk about in that video. So, what am I why are we going up in privacy? Is it the new thing? Is it because everyone's going to start hiding their Bitcoin? Is it this? Is it that? No. Here's what's going on. And yes, I understand some big players are getting into Zcash, this and that, but if you watch this channel, you know there's news for the masses and news for the classes. We always get the news for the classes. We never get, the news for the masses, so we never trade off news. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And so far, this is looking like it's a good investment. And if this bull market continues, it is a good investment. But here's the deal. The only reason that privacy is going up, mainly Zcash, the only reason that privacy is going up right now is one thing. Greed. That's it. Greed. Markets run on greed and fear. That's it. Greed and fear. That's all this is. And people are expecting the narrative becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, and we don't know if it's going to happen or not yet, and it may shift there in the next bull market. It may actually do that after a bear market, but we don't know that yet. It's all expectational, it's all speculation, it's all hype driven. Let me show you something that will actually put this in perspective for you, okay? We saw the ZK price over here. We just did our analysis on ZK over here on the factor line. Let's quickly go to CoinMarketCap. Now, if you look at CoinMarketCap and you look at the Zcash price over here, look, it's very strong. It's still 750% up. Look where it was and look how this rose. Does it remind you of something? This is Zcash on the yearly. Let me go back to Bitcoin. This is the all-time chart. Do you see it? Comment down below if you see this. And let me give you some more perspective. This is the all-time chart on Bitcoin. This time, let's go to the all-time chart on Zcash. Look at this massive drop and look at these points that nothing's going on. And look where Zcash pumped each time and where it's pumping now. As you can see, Zcash usually pumps towards the end of the cycles. Now, what I've been saying on this channel for years now, that the end of this cycle will more than likely come in when? End of 2025, beginning 2026 for Bitcoin. Yes? So we're getting to the end, and Zcash pretty much just confirms that until proven otherwise. What do I mean by until proven otherwise? And this is the key part here. This is what you need to know. I'm gonna stand up for this. I am going by the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise. What do I mean by I'm going by the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise? Look, we're in a 4-year cycle. Until now, it's not been proven wrong. Now, yes, it might be proven wrong or it might change, but we don't know that yet. So I'm acting like this is the 4-year cycle. And if it is the 4-year cycle, we probably have one more leg up. It has to be at least a dead cat bounce to 100K. If that breaks, we have 109 or 117. Let's have a look for a potential double top. Or sorry, a potential heads and shoulders. Let's go back to Bitcoin real quick on the factor line. Let's just go to the factor line here. Bear with me, because this is important. I want you to see this. Let's go to Bitcoin USDT. This is the Bitcoin chart. So this is what you could expect. And I'm not gonna, let me just get rid of all this, just so it's more clear to you. You can watch my live stream tomorrow if you want more details. But look, I'm expecting at least a left shoulder, a head, something around 112K, sorry, a little bit lower than that, 109K, yeah. That would give us a potential heads and shoulders. And this is how I'm right now speculating my number one probability on how this market ends, if this market ends. So I'm still expecting a bounce to the 100K level. That still constitutes as a heads and shoulders, by the way. I just did Fibonacci like an idiot. Give me a second. Around here. And if you want to take the left shoulder over here, this is our resistance range. And that's what I'm looking at potentially for the end of the market. So I do believe the Bitcoin top is already in, or we're going to have a continuation that's going to look something like this for a double top, and then go down and see if this is support. And if that becomes support, then you're gonna see if there's gonna be a continuation here for an extended cycle. But until this actually starts playing out or looking like this might happen, I'm going with a 4-year cycle. And the other chart that corresponds to this is the Zcash. Now, am I saying that Zcash is bad, privacy is bad, you shouldn't get into privacy, you shouldn't? No, I'm not saying that. I'm into Zcash. It's one of my biggest positions. I'm not saying not to be in Zcash. All I'm saying is that we have to play this accordingly, and we have to be smart and more vigilant right now, because this is an important factor. And while privacy is important, we have to take into account that this cycle might be ending. So what do I think? What do I believe? I believe we should wait. Look, anything above 74,000 is still a higher low. So we're still in structure. Anything below 74,000, that becomes resistance in Bitcoin, of course. That constitutes to a possible bear market and prolonged under that level for a bear market. Anything above that, even though now that we bounce, we might be able to take hints, we still have to see if this is a dead cat bounce and where the dead cat bounce gets to, because if altcoins do run, and altcoins may still run, you may still see a selective alt season. We want to take advantage of that, because 2-3 weeks, you can actually make the most gains in this bull market. And that's why I'm telling everyone, look, yes, protect yourself, and we've protected ourselves to the downside. We're okay. We didn't sell, we took profits, and we protected our portfolios by getting out of certain positions, because this may be the life-changing part of the cycle, or everything goes to shit. Look, he who does not risk does not taste the champagne. Look, I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice. If you got in at 15.6K, where I made the call to get in for the bottom 2 months before it got there, 3 months before it got there, when I won that bet with Garrett Soloway, that's great. And you should be taking profits, and I've already taken profits on the way up. But now, I don't want to rush getting out, because we still have that potential last run. And the Zcash price actually shows us this. By the way, I also said something very interesting. that if Zcash rejects, yes, we're getting towards the end of the cycle, but look, it doesn't end straight away or abruptly, and we may still have one more run. But I also said if Zcash breaks 700, now I'm taking that back and I'm saying it's a bit higher. But if it actually breaks this, it actually breaks 770 or 800 psychological and makes that support, that's when we're going to be looking at an extended cycle more than likely. So that's what I'm waiting for. One of the things I'm waiting for more factors, obviously, and we'll talk about that in tomorrow's live stream. 7 o'clock EET time, Eastern European time. And yeah, that said, watch this video here for analysis on Bitcoin and Zcash. A very important video to watch so you can have context. So watch this video next. It's yesterday. It still applies. We're still in the same range. Very important video to watch. And then in tomorrow's live, you can ask any question you want and I'll answer for it. I love you all. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.